gotta move in silence, always. That's the first fucking rule of the game. You don't show them shit. Pretend to be dumb, pretend to be nothing but a shadow in the background. Keep your head down, act clueless, like you're just another face in the crowd. They think you're a joke. Let them. Let them underestimate you. Because they don't even know that right underneath their noses, you're playing a whole different game. A game they ain't ready for. But they will be. Oh, they fucking will be. And when that time comes, they'll be begging for it to stop. They're stupid. All of them. Too busy. Running their mouths, flashing their bullshit. Thinking they got the world figured out. And you let them think that. You let them look at you like you're nothing. Let them believe you're the guy who doesn't have a clue. But inside, you're a goddamn monster. A fucking beast. Waiting for the perfect moment to tear everything apart. It's all about the timing, see? You don't strike when they expect it. Nah. You wait. Bide your time. And let them dig their own graves. Let them keep walking around, so fucking sure of themselves. Not even seeing the noose getting tighter around their necks. But you know, you see it all, every little detail. You're playing the long game, man. You're watching them, analyzing them, taking notes on their every move, every mistake. And they have no idea. They have no clue what's coming for them. And that's the beauty of it, ain't it? They think they're so fucking smart. Think they've got it all locked down. But you're always 10 steps ahead. They think they're pulling the strings, but you've already cut the wires. You don't gotta prove shit right now. Keep quiet. Keep blending in, playing the fool. Smile when they crack their jokes. Nod when they talk down to you. Let them think they've got you all figured out. Meanwhile, you're laying the foundation. You're building your empire in the shadows. You know what they say. Real power ain't loud. Real power moves in fucking silence. And when that moment comes, when the curtain finally drops, it's gonna be like a bomb going off. They'll be holding their heads, mouths wide open, wondering how the hell they missed it. How they let you slip right past them. They won't even know what hit them. And trust me, when you hit hard. You don't half-ass this shit. When it's time, you come out swinging. You break their world apart piece by piece. You turn everything they thought they knew upside down. They'll be looking at you, trying to figure out how the fuck they got it so wrong, how they could have been so blind. But it'll be too late. By then the game's already over. You've already won. And they're just picking up the pieces, wondering what happened. The key, patience. You don't rush this shit, you wait. You let them dig their own graves nice and slow. You give them enough rope. Let them talk all the shit they want. Let them believe they're in control. But every time they speak, every time they flex their ego, they're just making it easier for you. Because the louder they get, the more blind they become. And that's when you know you've got 'em right where you want 'em. Play dumb, that's the trick. Act like you don't know nothing. Keep your head low, avoid the spotlight. Let them think they're in charge, that they're pulling the strings. It's funny, really. They walk around with their heads so far up their asses, thinking they're the kings of the fucking world, while you're the one in control the whole time. You know exactly what they're gonna do before they even do it. You've got their moves mapped out. They're predictable, man, they always are. But you're a wild card. You don't play by their rules. You don't fit into their neat little boxes. They don't know what you're capable of, and that's your biggest weapon. They can't fight what they don't see coming. And right now, they're blind as shit. They think they're smart, think they're ahead of the game. But they don't even know they're already trapped. The best part? You don't even need to flex yet, not now. You let them stew in their own bullshit, let them feel comfortable. That's when people make mistakes, when they think everything's smooth, when they think they've won. You let them celebrate their little victories. 'Cause those victories, they don't mean shit. Not in the grand scheme of things. You're playing the long game, remember? And when the time's right, you'll pull the rug right from under 'em, and they'll have no idea what just happened. And when you finally show 'em, when you let the monster out, it ain't gonna be pretty. You'll watch the fear in their eyes, watch 'em scramble, trying to figure out how they missed the signs. They'll realize too late that they were never in control. That you were always the one in charge. That's when it hits them, that moment of pure terror, when they understand that everything they thought they knew was a lie. They'll be holding their heads, eyes wide, mouths hanging open in shock. They'll be left wondering how the fuck they didn't see it coming. That's the beauty of it, man. You were right there the whole time, in plain sight, and they were too busy listening to their own bullshit to notice the monster right under their noses. But you knew, you always knew. You were never the stupid one. They were. They were playing checkers while you were playing chess. They thought it was a game of power, but they didn't realize that you'd already won before they even made their first move. And when you do move, you don't make a sound, not a single fucking sound. You just step in, tear it all apart, and by the time they even register what's happened, it's already too late. You leave them wrecked, confused, scrambling to pick up the pieces of their shattered little egos. They'll be looking at you like you're a ghost, like you're some kind of nightmare that just walked out of the shadows. But you've been there the whole time, watching, waiting, playing the fool until it was time to stop. Because that's the difference between you and them. They're loud, obnoxious, thinking noise is power. You're silent, deadly. You don't need to make noise to prove your strength. You don't need to show off. You let your actions speak when the time comes. And when it does, they won't know what hit them. So keep playing dumb, keep smiling, keep blending in. Let them think they've got you figured out. Let them keep running their mouths, thinking they're the ones in control. They don't even know that you've already won. They don't even know the monster you've been hiding this whole time. And when the moment hits, when you finally let loose, you don't hold back. You tear into them, no mercy, no hesitation. Just pure, relentless force. You don't give a single fuck about their excuses, their cries, or their pleas for another chance. They had their chance. They had all the time in the world to recognize what was standing right in front of them. But they were too busy sleepwalking through life to notice the monster you've been feeding all this time. So when you strike, you make it count. You hit them so goddamn hard that they never even consider standing up again. You make them feel every ounce of the pain. You've been holding back every drop of rage that's been boiling under your skin. You don't stop until they're broken completely, until they're left questioning every decision they ever made, wondering how they got it so wrong, and don't even think about going soft. You ain't here to give them a second shot. You ain't here to make friends. You're here to dominate, to make sure they understand that there's no coming back from this. They'll be terrified, desperate to figure out how they missed it, but by then it's too fucking late. The damage is done, and you don't have time to deal with the weak. The world's too full of people thinking they've got the upper hand, thinking they can step over you, prove them wrong, prove to them, to everyone, that you're the one who's been calling the shots the whole time. And when you're done, when the dust settles and they're lying in the rubble of their own mistakes, you don't look back. You don't give them a single second of your time. You move on, because that's what a real beast does. It doesn't linger, doesn't gloat. It leaves destruction in its wake and keeps moving forward. You've got bigger things to handle, and the people you left in the dirt are just reminders of what happens when you let your guard down. Use them as a lesson. Never again will anyone doubt you. Never again will you let someone think they have power over you. You take what's yours, and you never ask permission. You're not here to fit in. You're not here to be liked or respected or any of that bullshit. You're here to win, to crush, to conquer. And the only way to do that is to move in silence. Play the game until it's time to burn the whole thing to the ground, you know. But when it's time, when you finally unleash it, the whole world's gonna feel it, and they'll never ever forget the day they realized just how stupid they really were. Move in silence. And when it's all said and done, when you've laid waste to every single person who doubted you, every obstacle that tried to stand in your way, you'll stand there in the quiet, calm, unbothered, like it was just another day. No need for applause, no need for validation, because you already knew this would happen. You planned for it. You owned asterisk it. Let them pick up their broken pieces. Let them talk about how they never saw it coming. How they never imagined it would be asterisk you asterisk. And while they sit in the wreckage, trying to make sense of it all, you'll be on to the next, sharper, stronger, still moving in silence. Because that's what a real monster does.